Good afternoon, everybody.
Good afternoon, happy New Year.
So if you recall, in our last workshop, we had Lou Hammond come in to talk about handling our public relations services for the upcoming year. So I just want to recap some of the things that we discussed. Again, they came and spent a couple of days with us. We were able to tour them, and they were really able to learn a lot about the projects that we have and how they can effectively pitch Sugarland to different media outlets and handle our public relations services for this upcoming year. So just to recap on the RFP, we issued the RFP in September with the goal of number one, to redefine the scope to solely focus on public relations services. And then number two, to really decrease the cost for that particular service and to receive competitive bids for the public relations. So with the goal to redefine the scope, before it just focused on business development and redevelopment. So with this public relations RFP, we looped in tourism to create one unified voice as we talk about the city of Sugarland. And so the scope included public relations services that would integrate tourism, business development, and again, the second was to reduce the scope. So we eliminated advertising, digital marketing, and social media from that scope. The firm that we had previously was essentially an integrated marketing firm. And so they handled everything from managing our social media to doing our newsletters to handling advertising. And so with this new RFP and new firm, we solely focus on public relations. So again, with the redefining of the scope, these are the different buckets that we discussed in our workshop. Public relations being media pitching, thought leadership, fam tours, digital marketing being the website, email marketing, newsletters that you receive, and social media management. And then the third being advertising, which can include website, search engine optimization, and SEO and SEM, digital advertising, and out of home, so billboards, things of that nature. So again, with this scope, PR will solely be what this is, and then the digital marketing and advertising buckets will be managed in-house. So just to review the bids that we did, we collected 6 bids from that RFP. The max budget that we did was $140,000. Again, the previous contract that was fully marketing and public relations was $257,000. With that, we landed with Lou Hammond Group, who is based out of Charleston, South Carolina, but has a number of clients that range from tourism, business development, and redevelopment entities. Some of their clients include Visit Baton Rouge Area Chamber of Commerce. So again, that duality of having both the tourism and business development and redevelopment kind of entity, they have experience in managing. Their contract came in at $120,000, so $20,000 below what our RFP max was. And with that, again, they would focus on public relations strategy, thought leadership, how we can get into publications as, best city in the US, best places to travel, best places to visit, things of that nature. They will manage and execute any fam tours that we have. So if we're inviting any media outlets to come into the city, they will manage that as well as kind of help. We'll assist with them, of course, but they'll manage creating that itinerary and making sure that from the time they step into Sugarland to the time they leave, the story that we're crafting is one that we want to represent the city. And they will handle regional and national media relations. So again, they're based in Charleston, South Carolina, and they have experience pitching to Forbes and much larger national and regional outlets. And so that is why we selected this firm, or one of the reasons why we selected this firm. This is just a detailed outline of their scope. So again, media relations, press, creating and drafting the press releases that we create and distribute, awards, crisis communication. And again, that's not anything like major that we do. It's just kind of related to specific projects. Thought leadership, so how we can incorporate our leaders in our departments and in the city into conversations around redevelopment and business development and that nature. So with that, we're requesting for $40,000. Once again, the full contract is $120,000, and we're asking for that to be split 3 ways between HOT and then 4A and 4B. So if there's any questions, I will happily answer them.
Questions, anyone?
Just a quick question. I think this is the first time I'm seeing the hot taxes where it's split a third. Normally it's 4A and 4B. So
that is because we linked it with them. So prior, tourism was not incorporated into public relations, but with that, we also need public relations services for that. And so that is split 3 ways for that reason.
And last year, we had $20,000 that was extra, came from 4B for tourism services. But it came out of 4B because the hot was still in recovery mode from COVID, but now like we're in a much better position and we use the reserve for opportunity, so we definitely feel a lot more comfortable.
So after COVID, we didn't have a lot of hot.
So we had to cut, we transitioned a lot.
Motion approved.
Okay, any further discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any against? Thank you, Jordan.
Yeah.
Okay. Director's report. Ms. Elizabeth.
All right, I will make this quick. So in November, our staff, Chandler, Jen, Brian, Butcher, and Kylie went to California to go to the Plug and Play Summit. And it went really, really well. Got some great connections and met some great companies and just a few examples of some of the people that they got to meet and that Plug and Play represents are people like AstraZeneca, Shell, ExxonMobil, and many, many more. The media attention, we did an announcement while they were at the summit and we got significant media attention. I think there were multiple articles between the HBJ, the Houston Public Media, the Innovation Map that's done by GHP, Community Impact, and many others. So we definitely got a lot of great attention from that announcement. And then also wanted to congratulate and acknowledge Nyan for his first EDFP, which is the Economic Development Finance Program. So it's a little bit different than our other program where you take a test and get a certification at the end of every week. So very excited about that. And then lastly, Alyssa Abdullah. Has everyone met Alyssa? She is our new sales and events manager. And so she's done a great job of kind of pivoting our tourism marketing, tourism sales for conventions and meetings, and has been doing a great job going out to different conferences and events. And so in December, she was at Destination Southwest in the Woodlands and met with over 50 meeting planners and about another 50 suppliers of total of over 100 attendees. But the conversation, she got to showcase Sugarland, the event space, the opportunities, the venues that we do have, and really kind of do that sales pitch and be more proactive in that world. So very excited about that. And then she also had two groups that came to the Marriott, the Sugarland Marriott here in Town Square. And one of them was a tour operator that welcomed a group of around 100 travelers via charter bus from McAllen, Texas. They've been here for the past 6 years, and they have chosen to stay in Sugarland the night before they take off for a 10-day cruise out of Galveston. Alyssa shared an overview of Sugarland to the attendees and examples of things to do and places to eat and invited them to return to our sweet city. And then we also had the Texas District County Attorneys Association, which had over 300 attendees in for their key personnel and victim assistance coordinator conference. And they'll be returning to the Sugarland Marriott in April of 2025. And that's it.
Thank you. Thank you.
Motion to adjourn.
Okay, we are adjourned at 4:24. Thank you, ladies.
Sorry.
and
You got something else? I can see the back of the page.
Okay. Session.
Great Homes, we've got, the applications are open and they've gotten year 3 applications are open. Just a quick summary of year 2. And then the Commercial Revitalization Grant Program is accepting applications. So good stuff. Spread the word, please.
Thanks.
Take my motion to adjourn.
Okay, we are adjourned at 4:25. Thank you, everybody.